She's so fine. Hell of a blows my mind. Hell of a lights my day.
What's good, guys? Today is Thursday, January the 19th, 2023. This video will be regarding the Shanquella Robinson case. And specifically, I wanted to go over one thing that is absolutely necessary for people to understand in regards to this case. And I noticed that people weren't aware of it from my comment section on my last video. So I was like, I need to bring this back up because maybe not everyone is aware of this, and maybe this is why it's not making sense to people. So when we go back to what happened in Villa Linda 32, where Shanquella Robinson was attacked by Daejhanae Jackson in the bedroom that she was staying in that villa, we last see her at the foot of the bed. Then the housekeeper, Lucy, said that she found her in the bathroom. Now, Lucy has not said what time she found her, and to my knowledge, we have no statement from Lucy saying anything other than that. Nothing about times, nothing about what she saw, nothing other than where she found her. Now, I'm sure she told Mexican authorities that, but I've not heard it said anywhere with any type of source that I can cite, okay? We also have Nazir and his story of where Shanquella was. And then we also have the doctor saying that she was in the living room. So people are saying, why did this doctor not see these injuries on Shanquella Robinson and immediately know that this was not an alcohol intoxication case? Well, here is why. The Cabo 6 had tried to stage this as if Shanquella fell, and because that was going to explain away these injuries. They were trying to come up with something to explain away the injuries that occurred from this attack that happened inside the villa. And that's the best they could do. So they were going with this story that Shanquella fell. I'm going to cut to one little piece so that you guys can hear that as well. Hold on one second.
Why didn't the doctor notice Shanquella's lip and her eye? Her eye injury.
Recordemos que cuando sucedió el caso, hicieron parecer que Shanquella había caído y que estaba golpeada, se había golpeado.
So please take into consideration, please remember that when they reported this, they said Shanquella had fallen and had injured herself.
So now I'm hoping that will make a little more sense. And it's easy to get lost in this case because there is a lot of moving parts. But that is a crucial piece of information that cannot get lost in this. And that explains why the doctor wasn't like, oh my gosh, what are all these injuries? That explains why the doctor wasn't like that. However, it does not explain another portion of this. It does not explain why she didn't worry about this fall, okay? Why she didn't immediately immobilize Shanquella Robinson. Why she did these 14 rounds of CPR on someone who had fell. That's what it doesn't explain. So that's what the doctor did wrong, in my opinion. She has these 6 people that Shanquella traveled all the way to Mexico with. So it would be normal for her to assume that these people are her friends. It's not every day that people travel with people that far away from home just so that they can turn around and murder them. Okay? That would be out of the normal. So she assumed that these people are her friends, as anyone would. And she looked at the injuries as injuries that resulted from this fall from alcohol intoxication, which is what they were all telling her. Now, if they went so far as to put clothes on Shanquella Robinson and stage a fall, do you not think that they didn't do something to make this alcohol story more believable? I mean, come on, guys. Come on. There's no telling what they did to make this story more believable. So that is why the doctor should be in trouble, in my opinion. It's because within her practice, that should be number one. When you have someone who has failed, you immobilize them, period. And that even would go back to the EMTs and the medic. That should be the first thing you do when someone has suffered a fall. So I understand that Shanquella had more going on than just a fall and this alleged alcohol intoxication. But where I say the doctor messed up is by not immobilizing her, which proved to be fatal when it came time to do the CPR, because she was giving CPR to someone with a cervical fracture. So there's that. I don't think the doctor can just walk away from this. I don't see any way for her to be able to just walk away from this. I think she's going to face something out of this. Now, as for the Cabo 6, they've broken many laws. So I don't see how they're going to get out of it either. And I'm not a pessimist by any means. I'm an optimist. So I think in the positive. But this case is an international case, guys. And yes, the video does help. Absolutely. But there was already suspicions. So just because we have a video, I've read this comment as well. We've got a video, we shouldn't have to do anything else. No, yes we do. Yes we do. We do. There's a whole process that goes along with this. Just because we have a video doesn't mean that you turn the video over to Mexican authorities and they immediately go and arrest somebody. It just doesn't work like that. It's not that simple. It's a detailed process. And it's going to boil down to the treaty between the U.S. and Mexico. That's going to come into play. And a lot of other things are going to come into play. But it's just not as simple as we'd like for it to be. And it's going to take a little time, unfortunately. And we're just going to have to wait it out and continue to speak her name. We cannot let this case go by the wayside. We have got to continue to say her name. So I just wanted to do this quick video to maybe make some aware of this staged fall that Shanquella had for those that weren't aware. And maybe that will make a little more sense to you as insofar as the doctors, what the doctor would have seen and questioned. So we know that they moved the body. That's a crime in and of itself. We know that they tampered with the evidence by putting clothes on Shanquella Robinson, another crime in and of itself. It's really going to boil down to who did what. Who did what? So I'm going to end the video on that note. But thanks for watching, guys. Have a great night.